Welcome to day 4 of the 25 most notable bourbons of 2022.
They've gotten to where they're starting to clink together, and it's annoying me.
So take one.
I'm gonna stop it. And it looks like we're taking this guy. Let's find out what it is. Welcome back to another day of blind bourbon tasting. You know what it is.
My favorite.
We don't. We'll find out at the end. We don't want to make you guys wait.
Laugh at us throughout.
Yeah, there are
Feel free.
terrible guesses.
Feel free to comment. Like, wow, at this time in the episode, at this timestamp, you really messed up.
Wait a second, what did I just smell?
Oh my goodness. I mean,
It's gonna be one of those days. Okay.
Oh.
I like these
I like
days.
these
I like
days.
these days a lot.
don't be biased, Chad,
I'm not.
to the other days.
But wow,
This is a
rich, deep
powerful, yes.
caramel, vanilla, which I know are the two main
Dark
descriptors of bourbon,
fruit,
but
cinnamon.
it's like the quintessential version of it. Yes, mulled spices.
There's mulling spice.
Mulled
Yes.
spices, everybody.
There's mulling spices that you can use in mulled wine.
Well, I've mulled these spices.
Great. For me,
Brown sugar.
yes, very brown sugar. There's like a raisin, fig, cinnamon note. And I'm not trying to guess because again, we're gonna, do all these blind, rank them blind. But if I've learned anything from doing this for 6.5 years or more, it's that I feel like I can tell a Buffalo Trace nose when I smell one.
So you're thinking Buffalo Trace?
I am.
Okay.
That's what this nose is telling me. If
Could
it's
be.
not that, it's
Could
gonna
be.
shock me.
Could probably be. Do get the raisin.
It's that dark
fig,
fruit with the cinnamon.
For sure. Yes. But let's drink the sucker.
Let's drink it.
To your health.
Doesn't matter. Whoa. Whoa. That is high proof. That is 125 plus.
Here's the thing about the proof though. If there were a way to do this, you take the sip, you have it on your palate, and then whoosh, someone just takes it away from you and be like, what's the proof? I'd be like, I don't know, 100. But
You think this is 100 proof?
let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish. But it stays on the palate. It starts going into the finish, and then that proof, it's like, the little guy on The Mountain Climber on The Price is Right. And he's up here, and he's probably at around 120.
I haven't watched too much Prices Right.
Really? The Climber? I love
think
that
we're
one.
125 plus. We're north of 125.
I think we're definitely 120, north of 120, yes. Finish.
Mouthfeel. I do.
Beetlejuice, nope.
Don't do it. We don't need more troubles. I think it's pretty viscous, but
does
there
have
is
a really good
also
mouthfeel.
a lot of oak in
There
there.
is. Mhm.
And it really kicks in. Like, it's kind of a quick switch from when you're getting the palate to like, oh, we're moving on. And the finish is a lot of oak and butterscotch, which I love. For me,
Wow.
like without the butterscotch on the finish, it might be too much oak for me. It might be drying, but I find it
It's not dry.
delightful. It is a powerful punch though.
Yeah, like I said, it's that, the initial palate, you're like, hey, cool, daddy-o. And then that heat just starts coming on, and you're like, then you had to sort of start doing the couple times, but
It settles
for, proof hounds like us, it's not a turnoff at all. It's just
No,
like,
I
I appreciate this. I appreciate that I'm having to go a little bit, because then after that, what some people might call discomfort or heat or burn, all of a sudden you're just like, and there's that finish. There's that oak. There's that perception of age, a little bit of leather, the dark stone fruits, the date and fig and
You're describing a certain flavor profile. No, I don't know.
yeah, it's called Chad likes.
I have
this flavor
no
profile.
skin in that game. It does not matter to me. On the palate, I will say, like, for me, this is right at the threshold of, like, if we went a little bit farther into too much oak, or if there wasn't that stone fruit,
Sure.
that vanilla, that almost syrupy richness to balance this out,
Yep.
this would be too oaky for me. However, I feel like it's, like, right there at the peak of just right, But before we go any farther, don't you have something to tell them?
Oh, I sure do. Wow, it's whiskyambitions.com. It's our home on the internet. It's where you can get this new version of the Zip Hoodie. It has Drink More Bourbon on the back here. Of course, the Drink More Bourbon hat, our logo. Well, you're match
Sale
and match
hat.
here.
And
yeah.
and a limited run
Yeah, limited run long sleeve.
Long sleeve.
And the hat.
I do love the long sleeves.
But also our Glencairns, all of our glassware, candles, and more. Plus, up until December 15th, 2022, you can use coupon code IBNHoliday10 to get 10% off non-sale items
Yay.
at whiskeyambitions.com.
We love it. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/itsbourbonnight and join us for $1 a month. We have some exciting barrel picks coming out, and that's where you'll need to be to get those, including a Makers that we handcrafted ourselves, the staves. Very exciting.
Really good.
That one's coming up, so.
Along with some Four Roses and some Russells. And,
Oh yeah, those will be, maybe 2023, but yes,
Yeah.
coming soon.
I don't know what else to say about this guy, except I really like it.
Well, let's talk about why does it belong. Oh, we haven't
We
revealed
do
it
that
yet.
after the reveal.
Dang, okay. Well, I also...
You're saying Buffalo Trace.
Well, it's just
I'm
an
saying,
instinct.
could it maybe be King of Kentucky? Let's find out
You know what?
next time on It's Bourbon Night. Nope,
It
right now.
could be, but I really feel like that signature note is in there. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong.
It's the George C. Stagg.
It's the George C. Stagg. You are correct. So 15 years and some months, I think. Where is that George C. Stagg information? Boop. 15.5, almost 15 and a half.
138.7 proof.
It does not.
Yes, it does.
Drink like 138.7.
It drinks 130. Every bit of
Wow.
130. And then
Wow.
north of 125.
Now this is the
for sure.
highest proof since 2016. I'm looking at our notes here.
And they didn't have one of these last year, which is
No.
why it's been a while since I've tasted a lot of this. I mean, whoever gets to taste a lot of this,
Yeah,
right?
wow.
So I'm a little bit out of tasting practice with this one, but man, first nose, it was like, hey, it's Buffalo Trace, and I just can't ignore that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I saw that, but I was thinking maybe that would be too easy and it was gonna trick me, so I kind of went the other way. I was like, nah, I'm gonna put my chips in. Since you
Yeah.
already went in early,
I did
on
go
the,
in.
on the B Trace, I was like, I'll put in for King of Kentucky.
I feel
Let's
like
see.
we talk about this a lot, though. I'm not guessing because I want to be
I
right
know.
or I care that it's Buffalo Trace, but when it's like shouting at me from the glass what it is, I can't ignore it.
Right.
I guess it's like people who are mediums
You also
who hear
can't
ghost talk and stuff like,
contain it and not let it out there like in the first minute of the episode. So
I'm sorry.
Chad has nothing to say.
They've known this whole time that I was right and that you
go.
were wrong.
Right.
All right.
Well, I couldn't just be like, yeah, sir, I think you're right. I think it is Buffalo Trace.
Well, you know what? I'll give you a turn tomorrow. I'll give you a turn
Let me
tomorrow.
tell you why I think this was worthy to be in our 25 best of contention.
Tell me.
Perception of proof, with it being 138.7, was drinking like it was between 120 and 125 for me. Like I said, those really rich, deep notes, the finish that goes on for days, and also the value. I know, but we're talking a $99 suggested retail.
Yeah.
If you got a bottle of this for $99, deal of the century.
Deal of the century.
When you're thinking, like a lot of people say, us included, that like rare breed, Wild Turkey rare breed is a great value, with it probably being around $50 now. Double that for this. Forget about it. It's a deal. It's a deal.
Well, again, big
yes.
caveat.
Ha
but
ha
yes.
ha ha
Ha,
ha. Who's getting it for retail? But
Everyone hates you now.
well, we didn't get any bottles. We just got
We just got mini samples. And that is plenty to be happy for and
Absolutely.
thankful for.
Okay, well, that's where we gotta leave it, because we're gonna do this again tomorrow, right?
We will.
If you haven't subscribed to us already, you can do so. You know how to do it. It's right up here. There's suggestions of other videos down here. Thanks, Sarah.
Thanks, Chad.
All right, see you guys tomorrow. Until then, drink more bourbon.